How you doing? It's a beautiful day for some stories here on your favorite podcast, Podcast Malawi. And of course, I'm your host. My name is Miss Mbumba. Now, you already know the comment lounge and how we go about it. I start by telling you a story, and you give me your thoughts on that particular story. And then after that, we jump right into another segment of the show, another section of the show that we like to call the actual comment lounge. All right. So, before I jump into today's story, last week I shared a story about a lady that went through a situation there singanga. I don't know. Hey, you guys are on you're on some level, because why are you people asking me for this guy's number? But it seems you guys are convinced you still want to work with this person. But unfortunately, I have to tell you bad news. I don't have the person's number. I don't think I'm going to have the person's number anytime soon. So apologies if I've disappointed you. Now, yeah, it happens. Maybe you were meant to meet. But otherwise, you guys. But anyway, let's jump right into today's story. And my goodness, you people are doing things to each other when you're in relationships. Let's jump right into it. All right, now today's story is about a young lady, very beautiful, very attractive, but also very intelligent, God-fearing on top of that, might I add. Now, brief context about this person. She's a recent graduate in one of the prestigious universities in Malawi. And of course, she got herself an internship with the government. Now, she's been working at the government institution for quite some time, and it seems quite promising. Her career seems to be promising in that section of her life. Now, let's give her a name. Let's call her Esme. Now, Esme has been working with the government, like I said. While she's been working there, she came across an individual one time at a conference. Now, at this conference, you know how it is. Conference mamawa, and of course, we greet each other, we converse, we network, and things of that sort. So while she went for lunch at this conference, she was on her line trying to get her food, and behind her, there was a very handsome, tall, slim, bearded man. Now, this guy looked at her and said, "Hi, how are you?" It always starts with a hi, how are you? Esme goes like, "I'm good, how are you?" "I'm great." Now they start to have a conversation. Fast forward, she finds out that the guy's name, for example, let's say he is Lawrence. Okay. Now, Lawrence is very interesting. They sit down together at the table and they start to have their lunch. While they're having their lunch, they're having a conversation, they're laughing, they're chittering, and it's just a great afternoon. Suddenly, this conference seems very exciting for Esme. Now, after lunch, they decided, let's go back inside the conference and let's sit together. They go into the conference, they sit together, and all of a sudden this friendship blooms. It's just great. It's wonderful between the two of them. Fast forward, after the conference, they start to see each other often. And of course, the guy is driving. Esme isn't driving. So, Esme, do you want us to go home together? And she would go like, okay, yeah, sure. Let me ride with you. And he'll drop her home and he'll go home. They'll separate and, things of that sort. Their friendship is still blooming. It's very nice. Now, have it in mind that this is like past 2 months after the first time that they met. Now, in the third month, Lawrence decided to take Esme out for lunch. They went out for lunch. While they were out there doing their lunch, Lawrence decided to ask Esme to become his girlfriend. Esme did not hesitate because she knew that she had fallen deeply in love with Lawrence. Lawrence was excited that the relationship was starting and it was blooming. It was beautiful. They started to go for road trips together. They started to do things together the way a relationship is supposed to go. Now, fast forward to all of this. Lawrence works in a different department, but of course in the same office space as Esme. Have that in mind. So sometimes Lawrence would go to Esme's office and he would greet her friends and all of that. So everybody knows that Lawrence and Esme are an item. Now, let's diverge the story a little bit. Esme, in her office, is very close with a particular lady. Let's call her Rose. Now, her and Rose are very good friends. Sometimes they go out for lunch together. Sometimes they do breakfast together. You know how it is in the office setup. So obviously, they've become close over time. So Rose, amakonda kumufusa Esme za mamuna wake. How's your boyfriend? How's your relationship going? Is everything okay? And Esme, of course, she trusts her friend. She's going to tell her everything that's going on in her relationship. So sometimes Agayamba Nandi Lawrence, she would tell Rose about what happened with Lawrence. Oh, Lawrence and Nandi Boa. Lawrence and and this happened. You know how it is as friends. Now, there's a twist to this story because as their relationship progresses, this is now in their 6th month of their relationship. All of a sudden, Lawrence has started to change his behavior a little bit. Ntawi zina Esme agamuimbira phone usiku, he would be a little distant. Ndidi busy guy, I'll call you back in the morning. Or let me finish what I'm doing. I'll let you know when I'm done. You know, it was a little creepy. It was a little weird. It was a little strange because that's not the behavior that Esme was used to. Now, as time went by, Esme was really picking up on a behavior that her boyfriend started. He was becoming more secretive than he was before. And all of a sudden, he started to work late nights at the office. In his defense, they had a new project that they were working on, and so it required him to be ever available for his job. Esme was missing out a big part from her relationship because she wanted to spend more time with Lawrence. Now, let me also continue to say that Rose seemingly also started to work late nights. What's going on? Now, as time went by, Esme wanted to do a little bit of some investigation because it's obvious that when your partner is acting strange, you have to question that behavior, right? Now, one day, Esme and Rose decide to go kukadya lunch kuma restaurant abanja ba office. While they had their lunch, they finished their lunch. Rose decided, let me go look for a drink. Ndikasambe manja. You get that idea. Rose walks away from her phone and she left it on the table that they were at eating sima. While the phone was on the table, Rose's phone began to ring. It was a WhatsApp call. But when Esme looked at Rose's phone, that WhatsApp image that popped up was her boyfriend's display picture. She looked at the phone closely again and she was like, see DBL Lawrence. That phone rang and it cut. The phone rang again and it was yet again her boyfriend calling Rose. So now all the red flags started to pin. What is going on? Because I don't remember giving Rose my man's number, or I don't remember giving my man Rose's number. So what is going on? She decided not to say anything to Rose. And of course, the day went by so easily. She just decided not to talk about it. But her investigative tendencies started to beam again. Esme then decided to investigate. So one fateful night, she decided to go to her boyfriend's house for a sleepover. And of course, when she went for that sleepover, her boyfriend fell asleep and she decided to go through his phone. Lo and behold, when she went through his phone, she went straight to his WhatsApp. And Rose's chat was at the top of the chart. And obviously, she decided to open it. Her eyes could not have been prepared for what she saw in that chat. She scrolled all the way up. And there, she found their first conversation. Her man, Lawrence, somehow decided to look for Rose's number and text her. And he started with, hey, Rose, right? I'm Esme's boyfriend, Lawrence, and I tried to find your number from a friend, so I really want us to be friends. Rose, of course, did not hesitate, and they became very close friends. Right around the time that Rose started to ask a lot of questions about Lawrence, I tell you, and I kid you not, everything that Esme saw in that phone varied from naked pictures to sex tapes to messages, and you know the rest. Esme literally was shaking when she saw those conversations. Now, you know as well as I do that if we found those kinds of messages in our person's phone, we would freak out. Esme saw those messages and she was trembling. She was shaking in so much anger and disappointment and betrayal, and you know the rest. She grabbed that phone and threw it straight to Lawrence's face while he was asleep. And of course, Lawrence was startled and he woke up and he goes like, "What? What's going on?" Esme was freaking out. She was screaming. You know the rest. Lawrence was puzzled and he kept asking, "What's wrong? What's going on? Please talk to me. What's going on?" Esme was like, "I cannot believe you are cheating on me with my workmate." Can you believe that? Your partner sleeping with your workmate behind your back? That's crazy. Esme was, of course, very frantic and decided to walk out of the house in the middle of the night. She called a taxi and went home. The next morning, she decided not to talk to Lawrence, but she went to work just like any other day. When she went to work, she met Rose, and Rose seemed like she was ready for whatever attack that was coming her way. Esme asked Rose, "Can I ask you, why, of all people, did you decide to sleep with my boyfriend?" And Rose said one thing and one thing in particular. She said, "You're always complaining about Lawrence. Lawrence doesn't do this for me. Lawrence doesn't do this for me. I found it a loophole. Why can't I take care of your man if you're failing to take care of him?" That conversation was something else. Obviously, she didn't have anything else to say. She just walked away and sat on her desk, and the rest is history. Of course, the relationship is over now, but she decided to share this story to just say that sometimes you think you know somebody, sometimes you think you have a friend, but in actuality, that person is your greatest enemy. So goes the story of Lawrence, Esme, and Rose. The end. So when Esme told me this story, of course I was startled. I was like, wow, okay. Imagine sitting down with someone and thinking this person is your friend for the longest time, thinking this person is your boyfriend, your partner. For the longest time, they decide to sleep with your workmate or your close friend or your best friend, however way you decide to, put this story together. It's literally like you can literally be at a loss of words. But one thing I've realized as I think sometimes it's good to keep certain things to yourself, because sometimes you're going through relationships and you think you're telling your really, really good friend about, these problems and what this person is doing wrong. For them, they find it a loophole to pretty much get an advantage. They find an opportunity where you think that there is a challenge. So this story in its own is just a basic story of betrayal, love, and heartbreak. You know how that goes. But at this point, I think Esme is really in a very uncomfortable situation because she's an intern at this government institution. Obviously for her, it's a good opportunity and she cannot leave, but she is forced to be in the same room every day working with a lady that is clearly still sleeping with a person that she felt was her life partner. If it were you, what would you do? Drop your comments in the comment lounge. But other than that, John, all right, let's jump right into the next segment of the show, and that is the actual comment lounge. Welcome back. You are still watching your favorite segment on Podcast Malawi, the Comment Lounge. And of course, this is the actual time where we get to react to different videos and trending videos, whatever is happening all over the world. They might be funny, they might make you angry, they might make you cry. We get to see that right here, right now. I'm still your host. My name is Miss Mbumba. And as always, I usually have a guest with me or a co-host with me in the studio. And right about now, you already know the procedure. Cameraman, do the needful. Now, who be my guest today? Who be my guest today?
I'm sorry, people. I was like away for a while, but I'm back.
It's just 1 week,
and it's just Gugu, the master. Yes, Nakoma. It's not been 1 week. When was the last time that we actually did the Common Lounge together? It's not been one.
Okay, so it was like 2-3 weeks. Yeah, since we did the
It's been a while.
Yeah, so welcome back, man.
She doesn't love me, you know.
Welcome. Girl, you know you be acting shady these days. I see you. I see you.
I've replaced you with another woman.
Because
you started first. Being busy inviting men here.
Wow. So that people should know my business.
Exactly.
Wow. Anyway. We've got an amazing lineup of videos that we're definitely going to react to. In the background, of course, I have Ngozo with me. Big shout out, Ngozo.
1, 2.
All right. Good one. Big shout out to you, Geoff, as well. Let's go. To my intro, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. So we're just going to jump right into the nitty-gritties of the show. What is our first video?
Your neighbor will drink your beer. In heaven, there is no bread. That is why we suck it here. If you leave your breast and go,
If you leave your breast,
your neighbor will suck your breast.
That is why we're married here. If you leave your wife and go, your neighbor will walk your
I said, you look good.
Truly, they really do.
Is this what you discuss?
They really do.
Then we are happy when we
I will even testify, even today, when I was busy buying you guys lunch, I was like, I need to come up boys. Angu kampila nzazi, magi, akudi ne kuturogo, mega wana siya umamwa. I asked my manager, hey, and for wow. They were there just sharing out, hey, come on, never so Salim and my baby. Guys, what are you talking about women?
In this economy?
Really?
In this economy?
Very much.
And if you leave your wife and go,
We are gonna eat.
Agudi, what in the Anfield chant is going on here? No, because like what's going on? Like Alambis and Danny is easy.
Like Banfield in the region, the Phiri region. Yeah, is it Liverpool?
Ah,
You know, lyrics a little bit.
of course, it didn't compete because of paper. Yeah,
What's that Nimbo?
no, but
Anyboy.
the vibes, the song, the vibes is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, okay. I think everybody's just
I don't go say that.
Ndizo waza, ndizo sangala. So that dad did apita kukache. You suck your breast if you leave it.
Guys is,
I ain't answering no motherfucking question. Ooh,
Mr. White, what would be the first meal that you would feed me?
salad.
Why?
Everyone don't laugh.
Oh my God, never even know.
Yeah, why are you laughing?
I ain't answering no motherfucking question. Why would she ask that question?
Really?
Of all questions.
What would be the first meal you would...
Seriously? Really?
That to herself.
Really?
No, like she literally walked right into it.
She was like,
Basti.
because what is that?
She prepared her own trap.
I would his salad.
And you're being surprised? God damn, babe.
Charleston White, he's a very big problem. I think the same show kuna bela nkazi wina wake. Ani kumamfusa ati Why are your knees down there? Like she had knees. Like
Hey, I've seen that video. Why your knees so long? Yeah.
No, man, no.
Oh my God. Yeah, see, this guy is also asking, like, of all the questions,
Eddie.
she came up with food questions. Most important thing in her life. Yeah, okay.
That's
Wow.
Priority.
Now she's also getting free strays. Aish. I wanted to back her up. And
Basi, ababoy.
let's accept.
I'm not the thief. I'm not the thief. I'm not the thief. Man, I'm not the thief, Bwana wewe. I'm the thief. I'm the thief. I'm the thief. I'm the thief. Not the thief, no, I'm not the thief. No, that's no.
Okay.
I'm not.
What's with thieves and football jerseys? What's the connection? I say.
Kumalawi kuna also da ukuba mwavala majezi.
Inaandika unajua sasa hapo Zodiac wahuba jersey ya Arsenal,
Manchester
jersey ya
United.
Manchester United.
Como se sama koda solo la so bajinga.
Angotenga sana jingwe papo.
Yako zokada.
Ikosa ngakure. Zozana ko solo.
Nenda ndikira ngai fifi yote. Bwaji sana ngotawa papo.
Akuvina nawo so tunayezo.
Kwa wewe Ari I'm the thief.
I'm not the thief. I'm not the thief. Man, I'm not the thief, Bwana wewe. I'm the thief. I'm the thief. I'm the thief.
I'm the thief.
Why wanna run
I'm the
over
thief.
Hey, amupoda na
Ndagare tu.
amupoda na zogara.
Kumana difufuza di psychology ya antu akuba ndima jersey.
What's going on?
Also, I think it's that things many women as when men timasangalala, so you get to go in homes. The first thing umajibeza bajova bajingwe bala inia yose. Ugabeza bocheze.
God stealing.
To be a god.
God stealing delivered to be a content creator. But everybody has a chance at life.
Basi. Celebrity.
Yeah. Alias azibeza about chuki na. Wow. I'm the thief. Aburuko zoberonga my producer mpanga beat.
Blage.
I'm the thief.
Blage ni mbalangi.
Yeah, fine talk, eh?
But
Guy man was this guy. Comment somebody's, I'm guessing is an animal enthusiast. I'm sorry, but this is not funny. It's sad.
Yeah.
What's sad about what?
yeah.
Okay, you see the title of the video. The thing when your snake go to heaven, so you set up a tripod
Yeah.
so that you can cry.
But like even like you know how there's people on social media, they when they want to cry online or whatever, they put a camera there. And
Yes.
After that, then they watch it.
yeah. Then they say, like, okay, this is
Okay,
good.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's
Let's
send
go.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You don't do it?
That's acting. Why would I cry and send a video of me crying? Unless maybe I'm on live and then
that's
something emotional and then that. But like,
A proper one. Well orchestrated.
Recorded, that's it.
Hey, I mean,
And you have the time to edit.
Hey.
it takes a special kind of brain to do those.
Ndo kauli you did not hit
Nah,
record.
no.
Ndo walila
Recording hit
ndo yambele soso.
basi.
This is German na wama ndiambe sokuseka.
Sorry, Mbumba. Rewind. When Nazodi, it needs a special kind of brain.
A special kind of brain
Can
to
you just
do
make
those
the
kinds of
brain?
things. That kind
Okay,
of
sorry.
brain.
I would say
You know, I feel like Brandon is capable of doing that. Just wanted
Brandon
to
is
throw
a weird guy.
Just wanted to throw it in there.
You might have a point there.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something.
You see the way he's always attacking my segment.
Yeah.
No, no,
Capable.
Now. Really.
All right, I genuinely don't understand why people broadcast their most private moments. Who thinks, hang on, I'll film this? Does it actually hurt that much, or it's just your first thought? Literally, everybody asks us. My shoes can't stop laughing.
Guys, how do you know when it's celibate show? That snakes don't go to heaven. Celibate show of that.
Wow.
I condolences, but don't waste this meat.
Yeah, them pagire go sada.
Obajanjoka di makazi mumaje. Matafuna zweze. Hi Bridget. Hi Bully. All right, let's tap into our last video.
Hey, baby girl, how are you?
Hi baby, how are you?
Hello.
Zimbabwean televangelist Emmanuel Makandiwa has said he will give $1 million to anyone who correctly guesses the contents of his pocket during an upcoming church service. Makandiwa claims he wants to shame false prophets who play mind games with people. The challenge has been extended to Nigerians, Kenyans, and Ugandans. Makandiwa says he's ready to fly in foreigners who want to take part, but said he's not liable for the travel expenses. Word of caution though, Makandiwa said he does not actually have the 1 million for the challenge, but claims he will sign an agreement to borrow the money. She's going for a gamble to prove God's power. And is Makandiwa himself playing mind games with his followers?
A scam. He said another scam.
Okay. Can you guess what is in his pockets? What makes you say that?
Because there's nothing important in there.
And I think there's nothing, literally. There's just nothing.
Really?
$1 million you also at base.
I'm about to be a billionaire anyway, just guys.
Daddy.
I'm gonna go guess that.
You're gonna go guess that?
Yes, I'm gonna take my chances.
What do you think is in there?
I think he's certain good nobody can live up to the challenge. Yeah.
But also the same one, what if his pockets have changed over time?
He said good idea in the upcoming service. So I think based on the
Just
challenge.
in 1 week?
Eh?
It's just 1 week, basically.
Garai extend to Uganda, it's something that is ongoing.
Yeah. So then on that particular day, he'll be like, oh, I know what he's doing. He wants people to go to his church. He's extending other people to come. So people will be like, okay, I'm challenged, let me go. And then he's expanding his church. It's a strategy.
Very good one.
Wow. I like him.
Mind games.
I like him.
He's the one playing the mind game.
As men of God, you must also learn to.
Truly.
Yeah. Hey?
He's smart.
Yeah.
I like it.
Hey, my comments in the report. I feel sorry for those that believes in him. Yeah, I mean.
But there's nothing wrong that the guy has done, though.
He's just playing games, right? He's just playing a game.
Games have a little bit of fun. God is not there.
I would
Playing with money. There's money.
Comment. I used to respect him, but I lost respect when he actually criticized God Almighty himself.
When did he do that?
He said he is more gifted than God. Then reply, is God gifted? Who gave God a gift?
I mean, that's the paradox.
I think I saw that clip. I think it was something that he's saying it. I think because God is a gifter, he is a recipient. So because God is not a recipient, when it comes to receiving, it was something like that.
Okay.
So
that's a conversation
I think the
we should have another day.
The guy is upstairs is that challenged it. Amazori you criticize on a base level, not on the intellect level. So when he says something, think of it on the intellect level. You're like, okay, I see what you did there.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. I see.
Interesting. If you're sitting down, it.
Olo. Okay. I gamble with a good time.
Wow. I don't know, man. That was interesting. It was a very interesting comment section today, comment lounge today. A lot of things to think about, especially this particular prophet. But yeah, man. I think next week.
Which particular prophet?
Our prophet hour.
Okay.
I think we change what we can hambiri we get mawa.
Very.
It's gonna be packed. Jump packed.
Would you wanna go?
No.
Okay.
If I get money, I will not use it to fly and guess and answer. Yeah, maybe I would watch, yes.
Yeah?
I would just watch to see what would happen.
What's going on? Okay.
But yeah, man, ladies and gentlemen, that's how we're wrapping up the comment section, the comment lounge right here on your favorite podcast, Podcastmalawi. Let's see each other again next week as we give you more commentary, more hilarious videos. And do not forget, in heaven, there is no breast.
There is no breast.
So if
There's
you don't
no
suck
wife.
your breast...
Huh?
If you don't...
There's no bam bam. There's no nyash.
Someone else will...
Exactly. Exactly.
Let me call my girlfriend right now.
Call your women
And
right
also,
now.
I want to give a shout out to Mbumba's sister.
Wow. Mbumba, I need to see your sister.
Shooting shots. Ish.